What is happening? Hope everybody's great with this show. They and I have woken up pretty much ready to go. A little bit flatter today. After going that whole day yesterday with no food, still managed to get my full 6 meals in. But it was just all towards the back end of the day. So I did feel a bit sluggish when I went off to my bed. I didn't get the best sleep, but adrenaline carried me through obviously, because I am excited to get cracking. So I've had 500 mils already. When this is done, that'll be a litre and a half, so that's how I'm counting up on that. By the way, just noticed I haven't had much Reject Weakness clothing on yet on the YT, and the real reason purely for it is because it's all arrived and it all looks very pristine. And your man Dean, who owns Reject Weakness, actually wants me to do a video, just a reel, a small reel, that kind of runs over the 3 or 4 different colours they just sent me out, because there's a really lovely blue, a really lovely purple, a nice black. Now you're going to think, a nice black, mate, but you do get nice blacks and you do get shite blacks. This is a nice black. I just haven't had a second yet, so I've not done it. But I've kept them all in the packets so that they're nice and fresh when I do it. So that's the only reason why you haven't seen a lot of this clothing yet, guys, because it's coming very soon. It's coming very soon. It's very, very comfortable. It's a hard one to... It's not heavy material, but it's also not light. It's like, just feels quality, to be honest. This is a double XL. As you can see, it fits very well, very roomy. Okay guys, second update of the day. We've had a little bit more sleep. Still not really a good daily sleep. You guys all know that I function on 8 hours every single evening, and I don't come out my bed until I've had them. Today I only got 4.5. Managed to go back and get another 45 minutes, so I've had just over 5 hours. Not ideal on show day when you're wanting to look your best, because when you don't feel your best, you definitely don't fucking look your best, but we still look okay. So let's have a little look, shall we? Just give the little ladies and gents. So this is Mr. Fivey. This is Fivey Marketing. No, it's not, it's Neutron Marketing. No, it's Fivey Marketing. This is my man. This is my man. This is where it all began. This is where it all started. He was actually the man with the plan, and believe it or not, Mr. Fivey himself, he was the one that started me with the content and gave me the majority of the ideas to speak about in the first place. And I know that should have came from me, but I think really shitly under pressure, and we found that we were spending a long time in front of the camera. So what he done was he come up with questions that he would ask a coach, and we literally shot those reels. Good cameraman, helps me when I'm under pressure. Done up here today, his alarm was set, he was going to be here at 5 o'clock, I gave him the lie in. Here are the visuals for this morning, before any food got in. Energy must now stay in the tank, but the look is on. We've had no food yet, 600 mils of water. So once the food starts going in, you see what happened yesterday, and we've started today in a slightly better position again. So yeah, we'll keep you updated. Don't know how much camera this will be on today. I'm going to give this one to Mikey, because Ryan's going to be on the Big Daddy. Just stay tuned, you'll have. Okay guys, so meal number 1 has been confirmed. Linda, we good to go?
I'm all good.
Right, meal number 1, 8 AM. 4 caramel rice cakes please, 2 squares bars, 20 grams of almond butter. If you put 15 grams of whey isolate in a little cup please, 15 grams of water in it and mix it up to make paste. 1 gram of salt in there, and 50 grams of honey with the whole meal. Listen to this instructions. Eat super slowly, do not swallow until food is totally chewed up. The reason why he's telling me this is because not just me, pretty much all bodybuilders, anybody actually when they're hungry, how many times have you picked up a meal and just went and inhaled it and you're still starving at the end of the meal? Then you got a sore tummy because you've digested it too fast, or you're trying to digest it too fast. It's just, that's not what I need right now. Right now I'm on stage in probably 3 hours. I need a meal to go in here, digest rapid style and digest properly. As I was saying, you can eat too fast and that's not going to help. So chew it slowly. Let the digestive process start in the mouth. once you tune it, once it's been salivated. Saliva is actually a digestive enzyme as well. That's where the digestive process starts, in the mouth. So that's 1 rice cake in, 2 rice cakes in. 20 with ISO, 10 water, 1 gram salt, 50 grams of honey, 20 grams of almond butter. Extra ISO on the work phone, here's a big man. Get some show day chill footage.
Right. Yeah, go on.
Go then.
Film in.
I'm filming you, sir.
Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes, guys, we are en route to the venue. Meal number 2 going in, 3p off meal number 1. Done the job nicely. Pictures attached here. 3 digest, 3 ensure, guys. GDA, help shuttle the carbs in. No insulin today. Digest Pharma Pro, 1 of those going in as well. Before the meal. 250 mils of water also going in. So that's it. It's almost time to show everybody my body. As soon as I get backstage, I get really nervous. I get like anxiety. Then I come
like
out.
Moment, you hear like the music or something. Is there something that like sets
Oh
off?
man.
Yeah.
And then get on stage, and it's just start enjoying it, and they're like, right, thank you, next. It's 20 weeks of torture for that. You're like, really, is that it? When we get to the venue, my time is at 10:15. It's now 2 minutes past 10. So last night they weren't even wanting to put my tan on because I was so late. So this time I'm going to be on time. So I'm going to turn this off now, guys. I'm going to give this to Mikey to film some behind the scenes stuff today. Ryan's on the professional shoot. I'm obviously going to be otherwise pre-engaged, so you'll probably not hear from me much for the rest of the day until I'm off the stage. So I just want to take this chance to wish you all the best for me. Thanks very much. I mean, thank you very much for following the channel, for supporting the channel, and for watching along and being actively commenting. It's meant a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Dara's here. This is my Irish bodybuilder friend. Very, very good bodybuilder. Same class today, so that's going to be super fun. Everybody already knows. We've kind of been having a lot of fun. Yeah, looking forward to seeing everything unfold. Got the family here. Laura, this is my client Laura. Melissa, Chelsea, this is the wife's friend. Emma, Enzo,
to be back here
Leo,
again, and
Melissa's
we're
son
so
James,
glad that you're joining us
and Linda and Robert. So that's the full team.
Family members.
Yeah, it's just getting started, guys. So enjoy.
So before we get on with the show, I want to introduce to you our illustrious panel of judges. Before I do that, I want to remind you that all of our judges are completely non-biased. They don't sponsor
I'll see you all later,
any
right?
athletes. They don't coach any
Love yous all.
athletes. And they are
Quarter turns on the right. Quarter turns on the right. And face front. Front double bicep. Front leg spread.
Yes, Ross.
Side chest.
Glutes, Ross.
Side triceps. Press the back. Bind double biceps.
That's it.
Back leg spread. Face front. Abdominals are tight. And your best one is good.
athlete number 126, Richard Johnston. Meaning that our winner in first place today is athlete number 104, Ross Campbell.
Yes, Ross. Yes, Gary.
106 Robert Rowe.
Yes, Gary.
Meaning our winner of the Master Certified Plus True Novice Class is Rob Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, True Novice Master Certified Plus Champ Gary Rob. Ryan Gabano.
Yes, Garbo.
Dara McNamara. 121 guys. 130 Sam Newman. And our team number 131 Marian Zodinis.
Time to the right.
On the glute, son. Glute.
Time to the right.
Yes, Garbo.
Time to the right.
Lovely, Sam.
Face front.
Next up, can we welcome to the centre athlete number 125, Ryan Gabano.
Yes, Garbo. Keep the glutes on, Garbo. Yes, Garbo. Brilliant, bud.
Thank you.
Most muscular, Garbo.
From double biceps. Side chest.
Show them, Sam. Big swell, Sam. Yes.
Touch the back. Spread out a little bit, guys. Spread out. Take your space.
This is yours, Sam. This is yours, Sam.
Back double biceps.
Get into it, Sam. Get into it. Yes, Garbo.
Face front.
Yes.
Number 127, 123 switch.
Here we go, Sam. Focus, Sam.
Abdominals are tight.
Finish it, Sam. Yes, Sam. Quads on your leg. Quads, Sam.
Relax. Your favorite class pose.
Here we go, Sam. Quad placement. Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. One.
Relax. Front double biceps.
That's it, Sam. Get it up. Glutes, Garbo. Yes, Sam.
Face the back. Back double biceps.
Easy. Yes, Sam. Not too much.
Face front. Abdominals are tight. And your favorite classic pose.
Yes. Yes, Garbo.
Yes, Garbo. Brilliant, Garbo.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, Garbo.
Can head on into the overall for the chance to win that overall title of Classic Physique Champion here at the 10X Scottish Championships today. So Aston, please take that 5th place medal to our 5th place finisher, athlete number 124, Scott Espin. In 4th place, our 4th place finisher is athlete number 123, Wayne Angus. In 3rd place, please take that 3rd place medal to athlete number 127, Dara McNamara. In 2nd place, our Open Class C runner-up is athlete number 125, Ryan Gavilan.
Yes, Garbo.
Our winner of Open Class C, moving on to the overall, is athlete number 130, Sam. Ladies and gents, a round of applause for your Open Class C top 5.
Yes, Garbo.
Class today. And if we can have just the winner on his own.
Yes, people, what is happening? Just me back again, driving home. Show's wrapped up, done and dusted. Not the result I was wanting today, not going to lie. Definitely not going to lie. However, as upset as I am about the result, came second by the way, the lineup was absolutely incredible. The gents on that stage today were absolutely incredible. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. The winner, Sam, looked absolutely incredible. He had a lot of muscle tissue. He was in incredible shape and he could hold himself very well on stage. So massive well done, Sam. He looked really good. Dara looked absolutely peeled off the bone. Big lad, looked really, really good. And wow, some physique. It was mad. Just getting switched around to these guys, being on stage with these guys. They run us through the ringer as well, and every one of them held their own. Wayne looked incredible. It was a big ass lineup, and it was a privilege to be a part of it. I am happy, you know, that I was up there with the top 2. I was in there at the second, so that is still a good take home. But the best take home for me was I was absolutely blown out my arse. It's easy to say he wasn't pose fit, he should have practiced his posing, but guys, if anybody knows me, I practice my posing an awful lot. And through the week there, midweek, I was able to comfortably hold poses, fasted. Post-workout was a little bit harder. Fasted, I could hold poses comfortably for 5-6 seconds easily. No sweat, no getting crazy out of breath. 2 rounds, yeah, I'd be out of breath, but I wasn't blowing out my arse and I could always hold my midsection, I could control myself. But today, I couldn't. And the only thing I could think that it was nerves. But as I was carbing up through the week, we actually dieted me down to 93.2 and I was quite flat at that. So we ran 4 higher days of food. But during those 4 higher days of food, my bowels didn't play ball. I stopped going to the toilet as regularly. And with that came an increase in scale weight, more so than what we had planned. So we had to pull right back on the food for the last few days. It meant that the last day, so yesterday, with all the travel to Glasgow, the weigh-ins were 5 o'clock in the evening, and by 4 o'clock I'm still 95.7 and I had to be 94.8 or below. I had less than an hour to shave a kilo. So I'd been doing all my peeing, still hadn't done any other toilets. We found a sauna here. Well, we googled the sauna got to the sauna, and the sauna was closed. I now had like 50 minutes to be at my tan and registration, and I'm still 0.7 or 0.8 kilos too heavy. So we found another sauna, it was 15 minutes away. Got the foot down all the way there. Mikey absolutely nailed it. At the speed limit, of course. He never went above the speed limit, but he nailed it for me. Great friend, done absolutely everything for me yesterday, so thank you, Mikey. And yeah, we got to the other sauna. We had like 40 minutes there. So Cuba said, look bud, you didn't really have a lot of time. Keep your clothes on in the sauna. And I was like, what? I'm going for my tan. My clothes will be soaking. He says, bud, you can sort your tan. You need to get that weight off or you'll not be competing. Get your clothes on in the sauna. So I walked right through the changing rooms at this swimming pool in Glasgow. I walked right past the pool with everybody in it, fully clothed. And I sat in the sauna beside everybody in the sauna with my clothes on. And I got maybe 15, 20 minutes in and I jumped out the sauna, whipped all my clothes off, checked my weight, and I was 95.1. So I literally had 0.3 kilos to go. It was working fast. So I jumped all my clothes back on. That was disgusting because they were freezing. And I jumped back in the sauna. And just as I sat down, it gets a chap on the door and there's a wee woman standing there and she's pointing at me and she went, you, could you come here please? And I was like, oh no, I'm looking at the time. It's now 6:30. Mikey's sent another guy in. The guy's saying, are you Ryan? I says, aye. He says, your pal's there, you need to go. I was like, I can't go. I can't come with you either. You need to get out. She was like, excuse me? You're in the sauna with your clothes on. Could you please come out? And I was like, I didn't really have time for this. She went, I'm not bothered. You come out, please. So I got all my clothes back on. And then I went with her to the locker room. She says, you need to come out and get a band. I said, I've got a band. It's in my locker. I'll show you it now. So I gave her the band. She says, right. I says, look, I didn't really have time, but I'm going to explain it to you really quickly. Told her about the weigh-in. Told her I had like 10 minutes. I told her I need to go back in the sauna. I will keep all my clothes off. So I put all the clothes in my locker. I ran back in the sauna. I'd done another 5 minutes in the sauna. I checked my scale weight. I had my scales in there. And I was 94.85. So I was 0.05 above cap. And I knew that driving there, I would sweat that out. So I just got my clothes on. I ran through the swimming pool, ran through the changing rooms, thanked the lady at the desk, jumped in the car, drove all the way there with Mikey obviously. Got to the venue and I was still a little bit too heavy. So I'd done a few laps up and down the stairs, get a wee bit of glycogen at the muscle. Not a lot, but use a bit of energy essentially. It was 0.05 kilos. Went in, got my height, managed to get the height done, so I was 3 mils clear for the upper class, by the way, which I've stretched myself into, so that was good. 3 mils clear. And then it was weighing time. Jumped on the scales and their scales were reading 94.85, so I was still 0.5 kilos too heavy. And I looked at the guy and he looked at me and I went, bud, give me 2 seconds. He went, aye, you've got 2 seconds. Mikey went, get your socks off. So I took my socks off, I took my dad's chain off, jumped back on the scales, and I was 94.75, 94. I was literally just in by the skin of my teeth. So we got in to the cap and it was so stressful. Now that wouldn't have happened if my bowels had kept playing ball. I'm not saying I would have won if my bowels had kept playing ball, but if I hadn't been bunged up down there, I wouldn't have had to shave so much out of everything else to make weight. So that's what happened. Because of that, when I got off the scales, I sent pictures across to Cuba. My scale weight was still 94-ish, but I was dropping quite quick. By the time I got home, I'd eaten 2 meals, 2 of my pre-planned in meals. So we'd made 6 meals for the day, and they were all big-ass meals. They were like 125 grams of rice, 125 grams of cream of rice. But they were made very, very low volume. So it was all oils that were on them. I made the rice really low volume. I actually, usually, in an off-season setting, I would mix 1 part water, 1 part rice. So 100 grams of rice would take 100 grams of water. Digest perfect. In prep, I would maybe put 200 grams of water. Or maybe see myself sometimes even doing 3. I tell my clients not to. But when appetite picks up, sometimes you can add a little bit more water. Takes up a little bit more room in your gut. But this time, I actually mixed it with 0.7. 0.7 grams of water per gram of rice is the minimum amount that I can mix my rice with and have no digestive issues. Usually if I mix it with 0.7, it still digests fine. So I've done that. I made my cream of rice with 2.5 it was. So again, they were very small meals. So Cuba said, eat 2 and get home, have a small walk. So I'd done that, got a litre of water in with it. I got home and I'd actually eaten both those meals and dropped another 0.3 kilos or so. It was
insane. So we had another 2 meals. My stomach still felt fairly empty. Stomach-wise, like in my stomach, I felt comfortable. My bowels, however, still felt bunged up. And we knew that, but we had to get some fullness back in the muscle because I was too flat. We had another 2 meals. That was 4. And then he says, how did your gut feel? Half an hour later, it felt fine. So we ran the other 2 meals. I stayed up till 10 o'clock, gave myself 2 hours to digest those 2, and then we ran the last 2 meals. So I literally had 100 grams of carbs, 20 grams of honey, 20 grams of raisins. So you're talking 100-ish grams carbs with 2 rice cakes. So 120 grams carbs. And then the creamy rice meals were slightly more. So times 6. I had about 6, between 700 grams of carbs I had between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. I went for a small walk. I didn't feel bloated by any means. Went to bed, but I slept really shite. And the night before the shows, I hit or I missed. Last year I slept fine. This year I didn't. But my body was all over the shop. You know, I had to pull down really hard because of the bowels. I still hadn't had a movement, and that was freaking me out. I was overthinking it, couldn't sleep. When I eventually did fall asleep, I was up at 1, then I was up again at 3, then I was up again at 5. Kuba told me to go back to sleep, but I couldn't get back to sleep. So I had a really poor sleep. Because of that, I had poor digestion, couldn't get that much food in this morning. I wasn't flat by any means this morning. I was actually quite full. But I think just because of all the drama I had to put my body through over the last few days to get to where I was to compete, I think it took its toll on my body a little bit, and because of that, I think I was blowing at my ass a bit more than what I should have been, because I truly believe I could have presented myself better today than what I did without any extra preparations. That's how I feel, and that's the shits part. Now, I'm not saying that I would have won if I had been better. Like, I'm not saying that by any means, but I know that I had more to give, and I had a lot of people there. You know, a lot of guys came through to see me. I had clients there who've never been to shows. I had family there. I had friends there. This show meant an awful lot to me, guys. It really did. And I'm not going to say that it never stung a little bit, because it did. We've got another show coming up next Sunday. Big man Sam, who won today, he's going to be in Alicante next week as well, so it should be fun. All I am going to do for the next week is pose, and pose some more. And I'm going to have to get these bowels back sorted out. So that's my plan for the week. I'm not sure if I'm going to run a peak week YouTube this week, purely just because it's a lot of stress, and I think stress was partly why my guts went this week. I had a lot of stuff to do between doing YouTube videos for you guys. I was filming one day, getting it edited that night, posting it the next day, whilst filming the next one, whilst still checking in 80 clients, whilst still peaking myself, peaking Ross, peaking Gary, trying to be some sort of dad, some sort of husband. And yes, I am pissed off, but at the same time, I'm trying to take my head up, and I'm trying to take a little bit of learning from it as well, and I think I've got a good bit of learning from it. So I know what I need to do for next week, and I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to come in better next week. So we're flying out to Spain on Wednesday. I'll have 4 days there to chill, get full, get fresh, and then it's show day on Sunday. Spoke to the head judge when I left. You need a little bit more back and a little bit more chest. I know my chest's small. It is bigger, however, than it's ever been. So that's a positive. And as I say, it was a really big lineup. And apparently it was quite close as well. I've not seen any photos, but if it was close, then that makes me happy. Still doesn't make it the best, but it is what it is, guys. And gracious in winning, gracious in defeat. I am now heading home to see the family. Got another couple of meals to get in, and then yeah, back to work tomorrow. Groundhog Day, 6 days out. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I will be better.